Swamine Tapaharine Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Akanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Aneka Janma Samprapta Karma Bandha Vidahine Atma Jnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mannatho Shri Jagannatho Madguru Shri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarvabhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Let us spend a few minutes in silence and meditation. Please sit straight. Adjust your body and see that it is comfortable and firm. With full concentration, please reduce the speed of your breathing in and out. Inhalation and exhalation should be very, very slow. Positive vibrations, peaceful vibrations, strong vibrations and pure vibrations are entering into your body and mind. They will destroy all the impurities, restlessness, weaknesses, negativity within the mind and the body. Slowly breathe out positive, peaceful, pure and strong vibrations. Let us offer our salutations to the all-pervading, all-blissful Spirit in any name or form. Let us offer our salutations to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sharda Devi and Swami Vivekananda, and all great teachers, all great saints in the whole world. Our journey is to move from the unreal to the real, from false to truth. May the Supreme Being lead us from ignorance to knowledge, from darkness to light, may the Supreme Being lead us from death to immortality, weakness to strength, let us meditate for a minute on the divine qualities of Sri Ramakrishna. Omkara Vedya Purushah Puranaha Buddhescha Sakshi Nikilasya Jantoho Yo vetti sarvam na ca yasya vetta paratma rupo bhuvi Ramakrishna. Moksha swarupam tava dhama nityam यथा तदाप्नोति विशुद्धचित्तः ततोपदेष्टा किल तत्त्ववेत्ता त्वं विश्वधाता भुवि रामकृष्णः. Let us pray for the well-being of all people, known and unknown. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrutyorma amrutangamaya. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi Om. Harihi Om. Harihi Om. Let us commence our class with prayer to all the Gurus. Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyama Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyama Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Harihi Om. We were dealing with the 5th verse on the first, on 31st of February or March. Last Sunday was the ceremony, memorial meeting of our revered President Maharaj, 16th Sangha Guru, Swami Smarananji Maharaj, celebrated all over the country, all over the world. Then at the same time, so many centers of the Ramakrishna Mutt started long ago. There are continuous celebrations in the many centers. Some are 50 years, some are 100 years, some are 75 years. So it is a great legacy of the Ramakrishna order. Bahujana hitaya, bahujana sukhaya, atmano mokshartam jagat hitaya cha. Whether in education, whether in medical service, whether in rural development, relief operations, welfare schemes, hospitals, mutt activities, so many things are going on. So those who are in this part of the country, South India, or to some extent Madhya Pradesh and other places, will not have that much idea of what is happening in the northeastern parts of the country. The Seven Sisters, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, all these are so backward and hill areas, difficult terrains. Approach itself takes long time, many hours and hours of drive, bad roads, and there is infiltration. So many things are going. In that remote areas, since 100 years, from 1924, thanks to one monk, was a disciple of Swami Shivanji Maharaj, Mahapurush Maharaj, one monk, a young monk of 30 years, or less than 30 years. He was sent by his Guru to find out the possibilities or explore the possibilities of starting schools, education service in the jungles. So one monk for nearly 24 years, he walked and walked and walked from hill to hill, coming up, going up, coming down, going up. And he passed away at a young age of 37. And he had only one tool for climbing up, that is one kerosene lantern. With one kerosene lantern, he worked for 25 years. And started schools for Khasi tribes, Khasi hills. Started one school in the river banks with 4 students in 1924. And this year they celebrate the 100th year centenary of Ramakrishna Mission, Cherapunji or Shwara. And in these 100 years, what is the development? Vivekananda's vision, Sri Ramakrishna's blessings. Ramakrishna Mission is working there in 58 schools. Each school at distance of minimum 40 kilometers in the hill area, not RTC Cross Road and coming to Bovenpalli or going to Kachiguda. You will never understand. First time I am going that side. That local Swami is known to me many years from his Coimbatore days. He said, what you fellows are doing in Hyderabad, come and see how much work is going on here. How much difficulty with which we are working. In their 4 floors, 5 floors school buildings, 200 students, one school. In another place, 40 kilometers downhill in the jungles, in the gorges, another school. And he says there is one school in Bangladesh border where it takes 5 hours for me to go. He has to come to Guwahati, all the way from Cherrapunji, traveling 3 hours by road, then go uphill 2 hours. Because the border is Meghalaya. That is how those foolish fellows partitioned India. This is the difficulty. And what wonderful people, what joy, what simplicity, what love, what concern, innocence at the highest. It's a sight for gods to see. One batch comes at morning 6 o'clock, 6 to 10, one school. Then same premise, they will go, small chota bachas, first standard, second standard. They will be jumping over the rocks and running away. And high school students will come at 10 o'clock. They will stay till 4 o'clock. And in some places, terrible violence instigated by the missionaries, by China, by Burma, hating India, sending weapons, sending drugs, and all these we are facing there. Suddenly some jobless people are brainwashed, they cut off the pipelines, water pipelines, they will throw bombs, no police protection, no police itself is there, no, the station itself is not there. First station I saw in Shillong only. Who will take care? The local head. The village head is the policeman. So this is where Swamiji's vision of let new India rise, from the peasants' cottages, from the huts of the fishermen, from the courts, from industries, from hills, from markets, from marts. And Swamiji gave his last lecture in his life in Shillong, 1901, on Hinduism. And that hall, which was a cinema theatre, has been handed over to Ramakrishna Mission, Shillong, where they are running a Vivekananda Cultural Center. Sometimes death threats will come to the monks and brahmacharis, get out from this place or we'll kill you. But still faith in Sri Ramakrishna, faith in Swamiji, faith in Mother Durga, they continue to serve. So this is the experience. Last 3-4 days in that same mindset. I'm in the hills, wonderful hills, waterfalls, caves, all thousands of years ago. What you see here, pollution, traffic, all this in the plain areas. And he says, let people come, we will give accommodation, let them, this is also part of India. Simply staying in your house, you can't think what is going on there. Manipur violence, Ramakrishna Mission is having 300 student school. And then we have Arunachal Pradesh, Agartala, Tripura, 700 students, residential school. That is also for tribals, for forest dwellers. So in that way, practical Vedanta, what we learn Atma Bodha or Viveka Chudamani or Bhajagovindam or any other scriptures, that Vedanta is going on. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. Shivagnane Jiva Seva. This is the Northeast stories, experiences. It's a joy to see. Say, send some youngsters. Let them teach what they know. Okay. Somebody, you have to teach English. They are very poor in English. Mathematics, science, commerce, economics, something. high school, go, stay, sacrifice your life, serve the Lord in education. This is Vivekananda's vision of New India. So Vedanta in application. Swamiji wanted that. Practical Vedanta. 4 lectures which he gave in London. And 1 lecture focused on that application point in Chennai, Madras. Vedanta, its application to Indian life. All these we can see being implemented there. It is implementation, not just studying and sitting quiet. Otherwise, why that Swami Prabhananda Ji, Ketake Maharaj, he is called? He is called the Lantern Swami. They don't know his name. They say lantern pakad ke aatha tha. हाथ में एक घोड़ा नहीं था. And later, subsequently, other secretaries went, other heads went. You can't stay more than 3 years maximum. Body so much cold and lack of medical facilities. They have to come down to Shillong. 3 hours drive, anything happens serious. But still, Swamiji's message of Vedanta in education. If India has to be built, it has to come from there, from the hills. Many are affected by drugs which are coming from Burma, Myanmar. Very easy, very cheap, available in roadsides. So we have to protect those students, young innocent students. There are nearly 12,000 students studying in Ramakrishna mission schools. 12,000. So this is a wonderful lesson, last 3-4 days. Many Swamis went, hundreds of Swamis. So the concept of self-knowledge, which we continue, it was the Atman which through the bright body as it were worked on the gross body outside. Beyond the Panchakoshas, beyond the Panchapranas, what is there? Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. That is put into one word called Atman. Experience. Jivatma, Paramatma. We have 3 bodies according to Vedanta. One is the gross body called the Sthula Sharira, which we are so much attached, so much obsessed, so much fascinated. All these things are going on only for the Sthula Sharira. Then behind this Sthula Sharira is the Sukshma Sharira, subtle body. And behind the subtle body is the Karana Sharira. Whatever we do outside, through the gross body, good or bad, positive or negative, will enter into the computer called the Sukshma Sharira. There it will get touched upon. And then that will become Karana Sharira, dive deep into Karana Sharira. And that will again cause the rebirth because of the desires. So the Atman here, beyond the Sthula Sharira, beyond the Sukshma Sharira, beyond the Karana Sharira, it worked on the gross body through the bright body called the Karana Sharira. The bright body is considered the receptacle of the mind, and the Atman is beyond that. What we are struggling to know, ATMA BODHA, self-knowledge. It is not the mind even. It works the mind, and through the mind the body. The mind is attached, controls the body, which has got 5 indriyas. Remember the graphic design of a chariot, Kathopanishad, which I always refer to. Atmanam ratinam vidhi shariram ratamevatu. The Atma is the owner of this chariot. It is the rati, shariram is the ratha. Buddhim tu saratim vidhi manah pragrahamevacha. Buddhi is the sarati, the driving force, the intellect. Manah pragrahamevacha. Mind, the manas is the reins, the bridle, paggalu. Indriyani hayanahu vishayamsteshu gocharan. The indriyas are the horses, 5 horses, shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. They are making their own way in daily life, eating, touching, seeing, smelling, tasting, moving about. There are pancha karma indriya, there are pancha gnana indriyas. They are all controlled by the mind. But who controls the mind? The buddhi. Who gives guidance to the buddhi? Atma. So because of the Atma, we are moving forward towards immortality. Jivatma, Paramatma, Aikyam. Why I am not able to become one with that Atma, Paramatma, is because of Ajnana, which comes in the 5th shloka and the 6th shloka of Atma Bodha. So Swamiji says here, you have an Atman, I have another Atman. Each one of us has a separate Atman and a separate fine body, and through that we work on the gross external body. Questions were then asked about this Atman, about its nature. What is this Atman, this soul? They're all mere speculations. He says, it is not that you are having different Atman, I am having a different Atman. Appearing different, that's all. In experience, it is all one. Ekameva nadvitiyam brahma. The one manifesting as many. Is the electricity coming in the fan different? In the mic is it different? In the tube light is it different? In the air cooler is it different? In the bulb is it different? No. That one electricity is manifesting in various forms. Remember this. Then you find here time, space and causation. Desha kala nimitta are in the mind. And as this Atman is beyond the mind and formless, it must be beyond time, beyond space and beyond causation. Everything is beyond. Then comes the highest speculation in Vedanta. The infinite cannot be two, not dvitiyam. Infinite is one, ekameva. If the soul be infinite, there can be only one soul, and all ideas of various souls, you having one soul and I having another, are not real. Then what is real? The real man is one and infinite, the omnipresent spirit. Sarvam kalvidam brahma, sarvavyapi, sarvottama, sarvagnaha. This is the nature of the Atman. Apparent man, you are appearing, that's all. It's just a shadow. The apparent man is only a limitation of that real man. This has to be kept in mind every day. This is the sadhana in Gnana Yoga. In that sense, the mythologies are true that the apparent man, however great he may be, is only a dim reflection of the real man who is beyond. Continuing, Swamiji says, the real man, the spirit, being beyond cause and effect, not bound by time and space, must therefore be free. He was never bound. No bandhana for the Atman, no bondages for the Atman. I am free, I am free, I am free. Or in the language of some of our great philosophers, he appears to be bound, but really is not. This is the reality in our souls. The omnipresence, the spiritual nature, this infinity. Think in terms of infinity, not finity, not limitation. Body is limited, 5 feet, 6 feet, 50 kilo, 60 kilo. Man, woman, east, west, north, south, black, white, rich, poor. These are all apparent limitations. Just for that few moments, like a bubble on the water. The water is real, the bubble comes and goes. The ocean is real, the waves come and goes. These are the examples given in Vedanta. He says, this is the reality in our souls, this spiritual nature, this infinity. And continuing, he says, the body is not the real man. That is ajnanam, to think that the body is real. To think that the body is everything. That is materialism. That is commercialism. To say, you are nothing unless you purchase my dress, unless you purchase my watch, unless you purchase my shoes. Advertisement. Pushing on you, you are a slave of the senses. Open your purse or mobile and online payment and buy and enjoy. Because you are a limited fellow. That is samsara, which tells you are limited. You have no individuality. It doesn't make you think that you are infinite. But poor Shankaracharya, writing so many texts and songs and stotras. Why? Because of his compassion. He's telling, why are you suffering, hey Moda? You fool, you are falling into the drainage and thinking it is safe. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Or think of the Atman. Swamiji comes here, modern Shankara. The body is not the real man, neither is the mind, for the mind vexes and wanes. It is the spirit beyond, which alone can live forever. All other things come and pass. They just move off from you. Change can only be in the limited. Change can only be in the limited. In the unlimited, there is no change. The infinity is one. The space, as it were, is one. Ananta Akasha. Ananta Sagara is the words. Ananta Rupa, Vishwarupa. Where is that change? He is everywhere. There is nothing besides it. So this infinite unit is unchangeable, immovable, absolute, and this is the real man. This is the reality we have to think in Atma Bodha. Then Swamiji says, we are not individuals yet. We are struggling towards individuality. This is the sadhana, which Shankara mentions in the 5th sloka, Abhyasat Vinirmalaha. The nirmalatvam, the prashantata, that calmness, shantayam atma bhavam, will come by abhyasa. And what is the abhyasa? To know what is our real nature. We are struggling towards individuality, and that is the infinite, that is the real nature of man. He alone lives, whose life is in the whole universe. He alone lives, whose life is in the whole universe. And the more we concentrate our lives on limited things, the faster we go towards death. Mrityave swaha. The mrityu, death, will simply swallow you. Like sharks in the ocean. Simply within seconds you are off. This is what is happening in the samsara outside. In the last way, Swamiji says here, that is your nature. What is your nature? Atman. Assert it. Manifest it. Like Shankara telling, Mudha, remove that ignorance. Vasamsi jirnani yata vihaya, navani grahanati naroparani yata sharirani. Just like this, we remove the cloth. I was telling our brother monks there, so hot Hyderabad was, at 40 degrees last Sunday. Then as we go uphill and uphill from Guwahati, first I put on the cap. It is called a covering, upadhi it is called. Because the cold breeze at 12 o'clock midnight. You can't open the windows of the vehicle. If the AC puts, it will be more cold. What a suffering. First put the cap. After a few minutes, take out the sweater and put it on. And after 15 minutes, take a muffler and put it on. After another 15 minutes, put the socks on. At every stage, we were putting on and on and on. Last 1 week, and coming here one by one. In Kolkata airport, remove the cap, full of sweating there. And when you land here in Hyderabad airport, the air hostess says 38 degrees only. And there it is 22 degrees. Remove the muffler, remove the sweater. Otherwise people will laugh. Upadhis means covering. Remove the covering. Discover. And Swamiji is telling that, assert your real nature. Think about your real nature. Not to become pure. You are pure already. It is not sold, it is not borrowed, it is not purchased. You are pure already. In the previous shloka I mentioned forth, like showing the torchlight to a sun. Surya Bhagavandi torchlight chupinchi adi Surya ani chepte ela untundi? Foolishness. Swayam prakashaha. The Atman is Swayam prakashaha. It is an answer to itself. And Tati says, nature is like that screen which is hiding the reality beyond. Nature means samsara. It's a thick screen. We have to cut that screen, tear that screen, or make a hole in the screen by our sadhana. Every good thought that you think or act upon is simply tearing the veil, as it were, and the purity, the infinity, the God behind manifests itself more and more. Then, towards the end, he says, the conclusion. Yes. Conclusion of this real nature of man is amazing. Swamiji's creates a fervor in us. He shakes off the delusion that we are limited beings. He was never happy. He told his disciples again and again, not a moment of weakness, not a moment of unreal lifestyle. He says, weep that you are bound to see wickedness, weep that you are bound to see sin everywhere, and if you want to help the world, do not condemn it, do not weaken it more. For what is sin and what is misery, and what are all these but the results of weakness? The world is made weaker and weaker every day by such teachings. Men are taught from childhood that they are weak and sinners. Teach them that they are all glorious children of immortality. Even those who are the weakest in manifestation, let positive, strong, helpful thought enter into their minds from very childhood. Let yourselves open to these thoughts. Say to your own minds, that is abhyasa. Now the shloka comes here in the 5th shloka. Say to your own minds, what? I am he, I am he. Let it ring day and night in your minds like a song. And at this point of death declare, I am he. He means the Paramatman, the Supreme Being. That is the truth. The infinite strength of the world is yours. Drive out the superstition. Drive out the ignorance. Shankara calls it malinyam, kalusham, the dirt of the world. That is the truth. Let us be brave. Know the truth. Practice the truth. Know the truth. Practice the truth. What do you mean by that? First, know the truth. Listen from the scriptures. Listen from the Guru. Shravanam, Shravanam, Shravanam. Practice the truth. Go out and practice. The world is a laboratory for practicing. You may succeed, you may not succeed. But are you doing it? Practice the truth. The goal may be distant. But awake, arise, stop not till the goal is reached. So the fifth shloka is reminding of what Swamiji has told in English. So let us recite the fifth shloka and move forward. Please, everybody. Ajnana kalusham jivam gnanabhyasad vinirmalam Kritva gnanam swayam nashyet jalam katakarenuvat Ajnana kalusham jivam gnanabhyasad vinirmalam Kritva gnanam swayam nashyet jalam katakarenuvat. So through repeated practice, abhyasa. What abhyasa? I am he, I am he, I am he. Another abhyasa they say, I am not the body, I am not the body. Go for the truth. Discover the truth. Or remove that veil of samsara. Why? The jiva conditioned thinking that it is the body, it is the eyes, it is the senses, it is the enjoyments, it is the objects. Ajnana kalusham. Kalusham means dirt, polluted. It also means poison. Kalusham, kalusham. It's a terrible poison, samsara. Why? He says, through repeated practice, knowledge purifies the embodied soul. Now you see, in the previous shloka he has given some idea about gnanam. Now he says, Kritva gnanam swayam nashyet. Read the sentence carefully, listen carefully. Kritva gnanam swayam nashyet. Gnanam, what does it do? The knowledge of the Atman, what does it do? It removes the malinyam. It removes the kalushyam. It removes the avivekam, ignorance. And it evaporates. It merges back to the source. Apparently there is a duality. There is a gnanam on the one side, there is Atman on the other side. So when there is this duality, how it can be Advaita? So one is the thought, vritti it is called. In meditation there is a vritti, wave. Vritti means wave. The wave of thinking that you are the Atman. And when you are thinking more and practicing that bhavam, that attitude of Atman, slowly that nirmalatvam will come, prashantata will come, and this vritti of Atma Gnanam merges in the Atman. That remains only one. It appears it is dual, it is not. It is just a tool. After finishing the tool, you keep it inside. The work is over. Sri Ramakrishna comes to our rescue and says, a thorn has entered your feet. Sri Ramakrishna's Kathamritam, Gospel, it says, a thorn has entered your feet. It has gone deep inside. The Gnanam is deep inside. You try with your finger. You try with your nails. You try to press and remove the thorn. But it is not coming out. You need a powerful tool. You take another thorn or another sharp instrument, or even if necessary, go to the doctor. He will make a small hole, incision, and remove the thorn which is inside, which causes septic. And after removing the thorn inside, will he keep the second thorn and say, you did good work, and he will do puja to it? He will keep it inside. If it's a thorn removing a thorn, both are thrown out. So similarly, Sri Ramakrishna says, a possible technical question is answered by Shankaracharya in this shloka. Possible. Somebody may be having a doubt. He is telling Atma, he is telling Atma Gnana. What is that duality? Question may be, Shankara himself is presuming a question from the opponent, from the seekers in the world. Gnanam has removed Agnanam. And what remains? Dvaitam. Two are there. Atma is there, Atma Gnanam is there. How can Advaita be experienced when there is duality? Answer is, Atma Gnanam is relevant only as long as Agnanam is present. Atma Gnanam is relevant only as long as the Agnanam is present. Once the ignorance is removed, Agnanam is removed, what remains? Atma Gnanam doesn't continue in the mind as a vritti. The seeker transcends ignorance and Atma Gnanam also. What did Swamiji say? Purity is not to be acquired, you are pure already. You are pure already. So our nature is purity. But Agnanam says, no, you are a hopeless fellow. You are a useless fellow. Listen to me only. Sri Ramakrishna calls that particular example, he says, Vidya Maya, Avidya Maya. When Master Mahashaya comes to Sri Ramakrishna asks, are you married? Oh, yes, I am married. How is your wife? Without hesitation, he mentioned, my wife is good, but she is ignorant. You see there? My wife is good, but she is ignorant. That was Sri Ramakrishna, got a chance. And you think you are full of knowledge? He scolded in a firm voice. He said, and you think you are full of knowledge? See the relevance here? Master Mahashaya studied so much. Mahendranath Gupta is a teacher. He has learned so many scriptures. He knows Sanskrit, English, everything. He is inspiring headmaster of a school. And he thought university education means real knowledge. But Sri Ramakrishna pooh-poohed him. He just pushed his knowledge outside. And then he says, the Atman, you see, the Atman in bondage is called Jiva. What is this Shankara telling us? Agnana Kalusham Jivam. Who is a Jiva? You are a Jiva. I am a Jiva. Why? Conditioned. Conditioned to think of the human relations. This is the Agnanam. You are a person only because of ignorance. A Jiva only because of Agnana. Otherwise you are the Atma. Taking the world as real and oneself as unreal is the cause of all sorrow in this market. Taking the world as real and the Atman as unreal is the cause of sorrow. What creates that doubt? Ignorance. What creates this negative conviction? Ignorance. And they give the example in Vedanta, if the mirror is taken away when you are seeing the mirror, you are seeing your reflection in the mirror, this positive attitude. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. You see, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, from darkness let us go towards light. You are seeing the reflection. You are enjoying the reflection. You are talking with the reflection. Suppose the mirror is taken out, what is there? If the mirror is taken out, modern people will become mad. Pichi padtunda alage. Our life is conditioned by the mirror in front of you. I did an experiment when I was a warden in a Ramakrishna Mission hostel. These fellows, modern boys, fascinated by their hairstyle. Dhoni hairstyle, this actor hairstyle, that. So much talking only about hairstyle, not lifestyle. Not about their character style, my hairstyle. Then I said, I will remove all the mirrors in the washroom, in the toilet. I warn you, if anybody sees the mirror, I will suspend you one day from hostel. Just wanted to play with them. All right, the obedient students, very good students. They did not see the mirror for 3 hours, struggling, suffocating, somehow wanting to see their face. Then, intelligent they are, you see, high IQ. One fellow is going there. He had specs. Now you understand what I am trying to say? He was wearing the specs. So each fellow made him wait and seeing their face in the reflection in the specs. What Brahmagnanam they have, you see. Then I said, hey, why are you seeing your face in the mirror? Swami, it is not a mirror, it is a lens. You said mirrors, chodakodadu. We are seeing these only spectacles, lens. How intelligent they are. I failed. No, you should not see the lens also. Prohibited for till 4 o'clock. All right, very obedient. But they are making a master plan. How to see their face? Incidentally, they were the routine of the Ramakrishna Mission hostel is before going into the bus, school bus, they have to go to the temple, make pranam to Sri Ramakrishna and then get into the bus. Just a day before, the doors were nicely polished. Now the reflection is seen there. They are adjusting my hairstyle. Hey, why are you saying? Swami, this is a dead wooden instrument. This is neither a lens nor a mirror. You cannot say we should not see. Then I understood. Somehow or the other they are fascinated to see their face. That is the ajnanam. Making them see the face again and again. Somewhere in one class I told, a normal human being looks himself or herself 15 times a day into the mirror. Minimum 15 times. Then there was an objection from a student in the college. Swami, you are wrong. Oh, I am wrong? How many times then you are saying? 50 times, not 15 times. I was out. Again I lost. Vedanta says, look at, you are seeing only reflection. But that reflection is so real for you. But in higher Vedanta, if the mirror is taken away, will you cry, where is my face, where is my face? No, the face is, it is there. Only the reflection has gone. Only the reflection has gone. Your face is. It cannot go anywhere. The question itself is wrong. Where is my face? It is. So a human being is conditioned as a wife, husband, daughter, son and other different roles. Why? Without awareness. Without this jagrita avastha. We are all in the dream world. Swapna avastha, not the jagrita avastha. So the perversions of the intellect, that is the mala. Ajnana kalusham jivam. The kalusham is the perversions of the intellect, the attractions in the intellect, the moha in the intellect, the kama in the intellect. So all bad smell is coming. If you don't wash your mouth for a few hours, bad breath, nobody will come before you. They say, An apple a day keeps the doctor away. And somebody commented this. Sir, you are wrong. There's another thing. An apple a day keeps doctor away. An onion a day keeps everyone away. Kalusham. Such smell will come. People will not be there in you. How will you give it up? By washing your mouth thoroughly with fresh water. Then you are free. In that way, this shloka and the next shlokas very interesting. We'll continue in the next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.